Monero is one of the most popular and respected privacy coins on the market. Monero is a blockchain project with a keen focus on privacy, security, and fungibility, and uses advanced cryptographic techniques to make transactions untraceable for its users. Monero's main use cases are for people who value their privacy and anonymity online, such as activists, journalists, whistleblowers, dissidents, or anyone who wants to avoid censorship, surveillance, or discrimination. But how does Monero work, and why is privacy such a big deal? In today's video, we'll do a deep dive into Monero, covering its origins, features, functions, the XMR token, and much more. So if you want to transact with complete privacy, make sure to stick around to the end of this video to find out how you can do so with Monero. Let's get started. Monero's name comes from the Esperanto word for coin or currency. The project was launched in 2014 as a fork of Bitcoin, which was the first implementation of the crypto note protocol. More on this in a moment. Monero is currently run by a core development team comprising 7 developers. Of these 7, 5 remain anonymous to this day, while 2 have revealed their identities. The 2 in question are David Latapi and Riccardo Spagni, aka Fluffy Pony. Now, popular blockchains like Bitcoin are often praised for their transparency and immutability, which means that anyone can see and verify all the transactions on the blockchain. However, this means that Bitcoin is not very private or anonymous, as anyone can link transactions to addresses and potentially identify users based on their behavior patterns or metadata. Most people using crypto do so under the pretext of privacy and anonymity, making blockchains like Bitcoin unsuitable for that purpose. Monero addresses these issues by using different techniques and technologies that enhance its privacy and keep users completely anonymous. This takes us back to the crypto note protocol we talked about earlier. The crypto note protocol is a set of algorithms that aim to provide anonymity and decentralization for digital currencies. Monero inherited some of the features of crypto note, such as stealth addresses, ring signatures, and ring confidential transactions. But it also added some of its own innovations, such as Kovri, bulletproofs, and random X. Let's take a look at each of these features and how they contribute to Monero's privacy. Stealth addresses. Stealth addresses are one-time addresses that are generated for each transaction by the sender using the recipient's public key. This way, the recipient's real address is never revealed on the blockchain, and only the recipient can spend the funds using their private key. Stealth addresses prevent anyone from linking transactions to a specific address or entity. Ring signatures. Ring signatures are a type of digital signature that allows a signer to hide among a group of other signers, called a ring. The ring consists of one real signer and several decoys, which are randomly selected from previous transactions on the blockchain. The signature proves that one of the ring members is the signer, but it does not reveal which one. Ring confidential transactions. Ring confidential transactions, or RCTs, are a type of transaction that hides the amount of money being transferred. RCTs use a technique called Pedersen commitments, which allows the sender to prove that they have enough funds to make the transaction without revealing the exact amount. RCTs also use range proofs, which prove that the amount is within a certain range without revealing the exact value. RCTs prevent anyone from analyzing transactions based on their amounts or balances. Kovri. Kovri is a project that aims to integrate Monero with the Invisible Internet Project, or I2P. I2P is a network layer that provides anonymous communication over the internet. It uses encryption and routing techniques to create tunnels between nodes that obscure their IP addresses and locations. Kovri will allow Monero users to send and receive transactions over I2P, which will prevent anyone from spying on their network activity or censoring their access. Bulletproofs. Bulletproofs are a type of zero-knowledge proof that reduces the size and cost of range proofs in RCTs. Zero-knowledge proofs are a way of providing something without revealing any information other than the fact that it is true. Bulletproofs use clever mathematics to compress range proofs into smaller and faster proofs that require less space and fees on the blockchain. Random X. Random X is a proof-of-work algorithm that Monero uses to secure its network and generate new coins. Proof-of-work is a way of reaching consensus among nodes by requiring them to solve complex mathematical problems that are hard to cheat but easy to verify. Random X is designed to be resistant to specialized hardware, such as ASICs or FPGAs, which are devices that can perform certain tasks faster than general-purpose computers. RandomX favors CPUs over GPUs, which means that anyone with a normal computer can mine Monero without being outcompeted by large-scale miners. Now let's take a quick look at XMR, the native cryptocurrency of Monero. Like other native blockchain tokens, XMR is used to pay for transactions and fees and to incentivize miners on the Monero network. XMR is also used as a medium of exchange, a store of value, and a unit of account by Monero users and supporters. XMR currently has a total circulating supply of 18.3 million coins. However, it has no hard cap, making it an inflationary asset. At the time of this video, XMR had a yearly inflation rate of 0.9%, meaning that about 162,000 new tokens were added to the supply over the past year. Moving on. As you'd expect, Monero is not the only cryptocurrency that offers privacy, security, and fungibility. There are other coins that also claim to provide these features, such as Zcash, Dash, and Mimblewimble. However, each of these coins has a different approach and a different level of effectiveness. However, none of them can match Monero's level of effectiveness, simplicity, and consistency. Monero is the only coin that offers privacy, security, and fungibility by default and by design for all transactions without relying on any third parties, trusted setups, or optional features. Basically, Monero is the true king of privacy coins. But how can you use Monero in real-life scenarios? What are some of the use cases that Monero can enable or enhance? Here are some examples. Online shopping. You can use Monero to buy goods and services online without revealing your identity, location, or spending habits to the merchants or intermediaries. This can protect you from targeted advertising, price discrimination, identity theft, and fraud. Donations. You can use Monero to donate money to charities, causes, or individuals without disclosing your identity, location, or even amount. This can protect you from unwanted attention, harassment, or retaliation. You can also use Monero to ensure that your donations reach the intended recipients without being intercepted, diverted, or taxed by intermediaries or authorities. Darknet market. You can use Monero to buy or sell goods and services on the darknet while protecting your identity or location. Activism. You can use Monero to support or participate in social movements, political campaigns, or whistleblowing activities, all while protecting your identity. This can protect you from persecution, repression, or retaliation by adversaries or authorities. These are just some of the use cases that Monero can enable or enhance, but there are many more possibilities that you can explore with Monero. Monero is a versatile and powerful tool that can empower you to control your own money and privacy in the digital age. However, using Monero is not without challenges and risks. There are some things that you should be aware of before you start using Monero. Some of them include regulation. Monero is not widely accepted or regulated by governments or authorities around the world. Some countries may have laws or policies that prohibit or restrict the use of cryptocurrencies in general, or privacy coins in particular. Scalability. Monero is not very scalable compared to other cryptocurrencies. Monero transactions are larger and slower than even Bitcoin transactions due to the additional privacy features. Monero blocks are also larger and more frequent than Bitcoin blocks due to the dynamic block size algorithm. This means that Monero requires more bandwidth, storage, and processing power to run a full node or validate transactions on the network. This may pose a challenge to usability and accessibility for some users. Security. Despite being big on privacy, Monero is not immune to security risks. Monero users have to trust the cryptography and the code behind Monero's privacy features, which may have bugs or vulnerabilities that could compromise the privacy or security of the system. Monero users also have to protect their own devices and wallets from hackers, malware, or phishing attacks that could steal their funds or expose their information. Monero is more than just a cryptocurrency. It is a movement that stands for the right to privacy, security, and fungibility in the digital age. We believe that everyone should have the option to choose who they want to share their financial information with and how much they want to reveal. Ultimately, we believe that Monero is a very interesting and innovative project that has a lot of potential and value in the crypto space. That is all for today's video. If you found our video informative, then please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to get updates on all our future videos. Also, let us know what project you would like us to cover next in the comments below.